Good morning, this is Flow Yoga. I'm Heather Dwelle. If you could please bring a block and a strap to practice today, and we'll get started in a few minutes. Good morning. We're going to begin on our mat. Come lie down. All the way down in your Supta Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Knees open. Arms alongside you, slightly away from the body. If it's not comfortable to have your knees open like this, tent your knees. Knees together. Walk your feet wide apart so that your legs can be relaxed. We also have the option of full Shavasana. Put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Other option, arms down alongside you. We're going to start just by connecting to that breath, that deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And as you begin to breathe, make your last mental note. Become present in your body. Becoming just aware of that breathing, that inhale and that exhale. And as your breath deepens, see if you can't make your exhale longer than your inhale. Bring your awareness back to your body, back to where you're lying down. Bring your arms down alongside you, bring your knees together. Bring your heels in line with your sit bones. Become aware of your pelvis, trying to keep your legs relaxed, your upper body relaxed. Pull your belly button back to your spine and feel that pelvic tilt that happens as you engage your core, trying not to engage your glutes or your legs, and then relax. Engage that core, pull the belly button back to the spine, and feel that lower back move down into the mat, making some effort there, and then release. Pull the belly button back to your spine, feel that pelvic tilt happen, and then release. And now we're going to exaggerate a little bit, rocking that pelvis back and forth. So let's begin by, again, pulling the belly button back to the spine and feeling that lower back sink into the mat, deep in the core. Try to see if you can't get the tailbone up off the mat without using your legs. And then rock back, lift the lower back so that you rock up onto your tailbone. And then rocking back in that opposite direction. Rocking back and forth. Feeling that pelvis move, using just your core. Keeping the legs relaxed. One more time. Pull that right leg into the chest, extend that left leg out onto the mat. Then go ahead and pull that right knee into your side ribs. So try to open up the knee out to the side, externally rotating from that hip, pulling that knee up to the outside of that right side of your rib cage, keeping the left hip down, and then go ahead and activate that left leg, trying to create space between the left foot and this right knee. Just beginning opening up the pelvis there. Staying with that stretch, breathing nice and slow. One more breath. And then go ahead and release that knee to your chest first, and then straighten it out onto the mat. Switching sides, left leg into the chest, and then rotate that leg open, externally rotating from the hip, so the knee wants to come more into the side rib cage. Hugging that knee into the chest, and then activating your right leg, stretching that right foot and that left knee as far away as you can. Let that breath deepen. One more breath. Bring that left knee back to the chest, right knee into the chest, hands on the knees. Go ahead and circle those knees around. Getting that movement in that hip socket. Go ahead and circle the knees in the opposite direction. You can either have your knees together or the knees separated, whatever works best for you. Let's go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. You can either roll to your side or rock and roll up to a seated position. We're going to come all the way up to standing. Beginning facing the long edge of your mat, or whatever edge of the mat allows you to see me. We're going to begin with the weight on that right foot. And we're going to take our right wrist and our left heel or left ankle. We're going to circle them around. Find yourself a focal point. Early morning balance, probably the most difficult. Trying to steady your body. Circle in the opposite direction. Go ahead and put that heel down. Take this right elbow, tuck it into your body. And now we're going to windshield wiper this humerus bone and the femur bone. So you're going to move it left and right. Keeping the elbow tucked into the body. You're just going to move the hand and the foot, the toes left and right. Warming up the muscles in the leg. One more time. Now right hand to the shoulder. We're going to bring this right knee up over the hurdle and make a circle with our elbow. Up over the hurdle and circle around, coordinating to the two sides of the body. One more circle in this direction, and then we're going to circle in the opposite direction. Circle in. One more circle, and settle down. Just kind of roll your hips around. Roll in the opposite direction. Then we're going to switch sides. Standing on that left leg. Left wrist, right ankle, roll it around. Reverse the direction. Put that right heel down, left hand to the shoulder, left elbow tucked into the body. We're going to windshield wiper. internal, external. See how that movement feels with that femur bone and that humerus bone in your arm. Settling back to center. Left hand to the shoulder. I'm going to come up and over the hurdle. Make as big of a circle with that left elbow as you can. And we're going to switch the direction. Come in towards the body. In toward the body. Warming up that core. This is our last one. And then settling down, both feet on the mat. Circle those hips around. Reverse the direction. Let's step those feet out wider than our hips. All right, we're gonna squat down and we're gonna swing those arms up and around. When you squat down, let your hips come back. Feel that stretch come into your calves and into your ankles. Let's go ahead and switch the direction up and around. Feeling like the range of motion of this with your shoulders. And now let's go ahead and step our feet together again. And now we're going to swing the arms flat to the back. Warming up those legs a little bit up and then reaching them back. Seeing how that feels for your shoulder joint, getting some blood flow to those legs. Last time here, swinging up and then swinging back. Step those feet out as wide as is comfortable. We're going to do some cat-cows. So if you prefer a narrower stance, that's fine too. We're going to squat down, keep the elbows tucked into the body, reach the heart forward for our cow. And then as we exhale, we're going to round our back up, tuck the chin, roll up, shoulder blades up and down the back. Inhale, slide down into our cow. Exhale, round up into our cat, shoulder blades up and down our back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round up, cat. Shoulder blades up and down our back. Do a few more, moving with your breath. And then we're going to do one more after this. Sliding down. And releasing up. Shoulders up and down the back. Step your feet wider than where they are right now. So that if you were to extend your arms, your wrists look like they're over your ankles. It's kind of hard to see. See if you can't judge that. So we're going to start to side lunge, staying upright with our shoulders. And we get a little bit of a side stretch here, lengthening the side. This does not have to be a fast movement. Trying to keep your feet as parallel as you can so you feel that stretch come to the outer calf. Hopefully you feel this on your inner thigh. And of course along the side of your torso. If you don't like the arms by your ears, your arms can be down. If you prefer something like this because of the pinches into your neck to have your arm overhead. One more time on each side. And then hands to your thighs. And we're going to sit down and we're going to do that side lunging, but now we're going to do it with our hips. We're going to tilt at our waist. Reach that bottom back, side to side like you're skating. You can keep your hands on your thighs, or you can take your opposite elbow, tap the knee as you come across your body, like you're actually speed skating. One more time, each side. Come back to center, roll up. And let's go ahead and turn our toes out heels kicked in, rotating open, knees and hips, right? Your knees are gonna track over your toes. So we're gonna stay upright. What we're gonna do is we're going to take one side and twist it over to the other. So let's just start by taking this right hip. You're gonna start to bring it over. Your heel's gonna bind you up. So you let your heel come up and you're gonna take this right hip and bring it and wrap it over towards this left leg. And then I'm gonna take that heel back down. Lift the heel, left hip around to the right and back down. So we're just gonna flow back and forth here. Feeling this, you're gonna stretch over the bottom of your foot as you roll up onto the ball and bring that hip around. If this is feeling good and you want to deepen into the twist, bring your arms open and start your arms going around. Only if you feel ready. One more time, each direction. Coming back to center, coming down into a tabletop. We're going to take our hands around in some clockwise positions. So right now your fingertips are pointing to 12 o'clock. Let's move our hands out to a 3 and 9 position and see how that feels. Your hands can be wider than your shoulders if that's more comfortable. And then we're going to go ahead and move our fingertips so they point to 6 o'clock, stretching into that forearm. Once again, you don't have to fully weight the wrists. You can have your hands back closer to your knees if that is more comfortable. And now let's go ahead and move our hands back to that 3 and 9 position and then move back to the 12 o'clock. Let's go to 3 and 9 again, but let's have our fingertips point to one another. Once again, just moving that humerus bone around your socket. One more time up to 12. Fingertips pointing away, 3 and 9. Fingertips pointing to 6 o'clock. Seeing how that feels in that forearm the second time around. Here we go, 3 and 9. 12 o'clock. And then fingertips pointing to one another. Put your toes under, sit back on your heels and roll those wrists around again. Releasing the tension that's there. Reverse the rolls. Come back to that tabletop. We're going to do some focusing on our scapula, our shoulder blades. We're going to focus on moving those shoulder blades in towards the spine. My arms, my elbows don't necessarily bend when I do this. They might bend, but try to focus just on moving that scapula towards your spine, and now move it away from your spine by pushing into the mat, just like you would if you were doing plank. And then slide the shoulder blades back in and push away. Slide them in and push away. We're targeting one of those muscles that stabilize the shoulder. Push away. Just a few more moving back and forth. Push away. Slide in, push away. We're going to do one more. Slide in, push away. And then we're going to come all the way down into our cobra. Grab your strap. So take your strap behind you. And I have the strap in both my hands. My palms are up. And my arms are fully extended. And I have the strap laying across the backs of my thighs. And your forehead can be down onto the mat. We're gonna warm up those arms a little bit more right now. Maybe your shoulders can make it down onto the mat, the fronts of your shoulders, you know. Let's go ahead, pull that belly button back to that spine, like we did earlier with that pelvic tilt on the floor. See, feel that pelvic move, push into the mat a little bit. Push the tops of your feet into the mat, activating your legs, just feel your kneecaps come up off the floor. And now go ahead and lift up into that cobra without having any use of your arms. Keeping that chest open, the feet down. Go ahead and activate those arms and lift them, try to lift them up. Try to pull the strap apart. So creating that isometric contraction. And those arms, activating the backs of your shoulders, like you're trying to rip the strap into. Staying with your breath. Keep the shoulder blades pulling down the back. Try to imagine somebody's got the strap and they're pulling it behind you, keeping that neck free. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, we're going to go ahead and roll down, forehead down to the mat. Move the strap off to the side. Bring your hand up underneath your shoulders. Push back into your child for a nice shoulder stretch. Reach your hips back. Settle your forehead down. Stretching the arms alongside your ears. On your next exhale, roll up so that you are seated on your heels. And we're going to come all the way up to the top of the mat. For some sun salutations, inviting some energy into the body. Standing at the top of your mat. Hands heart center. Standing in your mountain pose, nice strong legs, shoulders relaxed, drop your arms. Roll the palms out. Inhale, reach overhead. Palms meet. Exhale, touch your toes. We're going to move through the sequence, so we're going to repeat it. So inhale, reach up. We're going to repeat each section of the sequence. Exhale, forward fold 4 times. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, touch your toes. When you reach up to lengthen the spine, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, touch your toes. We're going to transition. That right foot's going to step back into your lunge. Your knee's going to come down. Inhale into low lunge. When we exhale, that right foot is going to come back forward. And inhale into your chair. We're going to do that again on the left side. Exhale, forward fold. Step back that left foot, knee down. Low lunge, inhale. Exhale, step that left foot forward, fold, and inhale into your chair. Forward fold again, right side. Step back, right foot lunge, inhale. Right foot steps forward, fold, inhale into your chair. Left side, forward fold. Step back, left foot, low lunge, inhale. And left foot forward, fold, and chair. Inhale. 2 more times. Forward fold, right foot steps back, lunge, inhale. And right foot steps forward, chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, left foot steps back, low lunge, inhale. Left foot steps forward and chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, right foot steps back, low lunge, and right foot steps forward. Inhale, chair. Forward fold, left foot steps back, low lunge, inhale, and left foot steps forward, and chair. Forward fold, right foot steps back, left foot steps back, and you're in your plank. So when we begin our chaturanga from plank, we come forward onto our tippy toes. And that causes our shoulders to move in front of our wrists. So you need to bend your elbows as soon as that happens. And we're just gonna rock back and forth between those two in this next sequence. Make sure the creases of your elbows are facing your fingers. Rock forward onto the balls of the feet and just begin to bend those elbows. Rock back to your plank. Rock forward onto your tippy toes, start to bend the elbows, rock back into that plank. Rock forward, rock back. Rock forward, rock back. Now, chaturanga, rock forward onto your mat. Inhale, cobra, and roll your forehead back down. Bring the arms alongside you, squeezing your body. Inhale up into your cobra, using just your back, and roll back down. Keeping those arms active, squeeze. Inhale up, and exhale, roll down. Squeezing those shoulder blades in, active in the backs of your arms, and roll down. One more time. Inhale, rolling up, and roll back down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, slide them back, on your toes under for downward dog. Pushing the mat away, walk your dog. Let's go ahead, right leg lifted up and lower it down. Cycle through the legs a few times, 4 to be precise. And just feeling that lengthening happening in your inner thigh groin, warming up those hip extensors. One more time right, one more time left. Put your feet down, walk or jump your feet to the top of the mat and fold. And here we are, right back to the beginning. Inhale, lifting up, palms meet overhead, hands to heart center. Hopefully you can feel the blood moving in the body. We're going to begin this next sequence with tree. I'm going to turn to face you. Tom will stay facing the top of the mat. And we're going to begin balancing on our left leg, rotating open from that right hip, knee, toes, everything facing out, hands to heart center, and then go ahead and slide that right foot up onto your left shin. Find your focal point, finding your balance. Right hand down onto the thigh, and slide the hand down and grab that foot and bring it up to your inner thigh. If that works for you today, if it doesn't work for you today, keep your foot down on your shin, never on your knee. Go ahead and reaching those arms overhead if that's available. If you're struggling with your balance today, be kind and compassionate towards yourself. We all have days where our body might not want to cooperate. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, slide everything down. We're going to take this right leg and step it back into a crescent lunge. Whether or not you want your hands interlaced overhead, point your finger up, or not, whatever works best for you. Let's go ahead and focus on those legs, pressing into that right heel, down through this left heel. We're going to sink really slow down onto the mat. We're going to tap that right knee. And as we exhale and come back up, we're going to straighten both legs, working on that balance a little bit more. Now, very slowly as you inhale, begin to bend that front knee, and then you bend the back knee, and you tap the heel, tap the knee, and then straighten back up. Inhale, bend that front knee. These are slow, deep breaths. Tap, exhale, back up. Bend that front knee. Slow, deep inhale, all the way down. Tap, and right back up. Let's try that again. Bend the knee, slowly bring down. Tap. This is our last time. Bend that front knee and lower down. Tap, and right back up. Bring your hands down around that left foot, step back into your plank. If you're done with plank, you can do tabletop. What we're going to do, you can do the same motion from tabletop or plank. That right foot's going to come up, and you're going to pull the knee into the chest. Tap that right elbow, stretch it back. We're going to focus on just one side. Stretch it back and pull it in. Stretch it back, pull it in. Deep exhale. Stretch it back, pull it in. Stretch it back. This is our last time. Stretch it back, pull it in. Chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg, lift it up. Inhale, step it up in between the hands. We're going to go for warrior one. So take a look back at your left foot. When you roll the heel down, you line up your heels. I don't want you to do that. Take your foot out a little wider, roll your heel down, make sure the heel is behind the toes. Inhale, coming up, warrior one. Let's go ahead and change that arm position. Take the palms of your hands, spread them out onto your lower back. So you got nice chicken arms, elbows out to the side. You go ahead and reach those elbows back. Engage your core so that your hands don't try to overarch your back or anything. Opening up that chest, pressing down through all four corners of both feet. Legs are really active here. Inhaling and exhaling through that nose. Now let's go ahead and release the arms and straighten that front leg, drop the arms. Now we're going to take the backs of your hands to your lower back. And we're going to come into a pyramid. We're going to start with our flat back. Let's go ahead and power up, activate your right leg, pressing into the mat, activating that back leg like you're trying to split the mat. And we're going to lower down into a flat back. When you do that, if your back foot comes off, come up, pop your back foot in, and then resume the position of a flat back here. Pressing into the mat with those legs, let those elbows sink towards the mat, let gravity take over, stretching the back of the shoulder. And then very slowly, allow yourself to fold down onto the mat. I should say fold down along your right leg, not onto the mat. If you need a block to bring the floor up to you, then push your hands into a block if you need to. It's a pretty intense stretch. Support those hamstrings if you need to. One more breath. Go ahead and release the hands. Bend that front knee. Step that left foot to the top of the mat. And fold. And come all the way back. Palms be overhead, hands to heart center. I'm going to switch sides of the mat so that you can see me when I move here. Why don't you go ahead and switch with me? And so we're going to do tree this time with our left leg. So rotating that left knee out, standing for your tree. Slide that foot up onto the shin, and when you're ready, take the hand down and see if you can't get that heel to stay. Mine works a little bit better when it's wet. My heel likes to slide on my fabric. Hands to heart center, bringing the arms up overhead when you're ready. Pressing that heel into your inner thigh pressing back. Nice deep inhale, exhale, slide that foot down and step back into your crescent lunge. Inhale, as you exhale, lower that knee down, tap, straighten both legs. Bend that front knee, lower down, tap, straighten both legs. Bend that front knee, lower down, tap, straighten both legs. Flowing with your breath, nice deep slow inhale. Exhale back up. Nice deep slow inhale. Exhale back up. We're going to do one more. Lower down, tap, and back up. Put your hands down either side of the mat. Either side of your foot on the mat. So back into your plank. This time, that left foot's going to come up. Knee pull in, stretch it back. Knee pull in, stretch it back. And back. Exhale, pull it up and stretch it back. Pull it up. Last time, pull it up, stretch it back, plank turn. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come up. Left leg lifted up, step it up. We're going to move into warrior one. So step your foot out a little bit, roll the heel down so your heels are not lined up. Inhale left, warrior one. And again, we'll try those chicken arms, hands to your palms to your lower back. Pulling your core in. Stretching the elbows back, reaching them back behind you, opening up the chest. You might feel a little bit in your forearm if that's not comfortable. Make the adjustment. Let's go ahead and straighten that front leg. Flip the hands over, palms reaching out. And we're going to come into our pyramid, our flat back here. So let the elbows soften and sink towards the mat to get stretched into the backs of your shoulders. Try to keep your wrists strong so that your palm stays flat and open. Once again, if you need blocks, hands on blocks to help with the stretch, and then very slowly folding down along that left leg. Let your hands slide off. Bend that front knee. Right foot steps to the left. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Palms knee. Hands to heart center. So now we're going to turn to face the side of our mat. We're going to do hand to big toe pose. So we'll start. Let's start with that right leg nice and strong, turning that left knee out. And this is where you might need your strap. But if you would like to give it a try without the strap, strap obviously would go around the left foot and you would hold the strap instead of holding your leg. So if you'd like to, without the strap, just begin here, okay? If you've got the strap, you're holding the strap up and then you're gonna extend your leg out to the side. If you can grab your foot instead of using the strap, the key to using a strap is to hold the strap as close as you can to the foot to mimic the pose. One more inhale. As you exhale, that foot's gonna come down. Give your hips a little wiggle. Loosen up that hip. We're gonna step out into a side lunge, and then we're gonna work on our balance. So that's springing. So you're gonna side lunge, and you can get as low as you want into your side lunge. And then when we come back up, I want you to balance. So step out if you want to come upright, and then come back to that balance. Side lunge, and push off back up. Wave runner, side lunge, and then back up. And working on that little bit of a pause at the top. A little bit of pause. Last time here. Hopefully you're feeling that in that left leg. Let's come out into a nice wide-legged stance. Take the strap back into our hands. Left toes are gonna rotate towards the short edge of your mat. Push your heel back on that right foot, push it back a little bit, and you're in your warrior two. Strong legs, strap is gonna go into that right hand. Strap is behind your back, right hand to the nape of your neck, and left hand on the strap, swimming up the back, okay? You also can create tension on the strap with the arms behind you, so activating the muscles, slightly different. Whatever works for you, you're holding this for a few breaths. Now, let's go ahead and straighten that front leg. And then heel toe your back foot away from your midline a little bit. Slightly wider feet. Now bend that front knee and really feel that inner thigh, groin start to stretch. Straighten that front leg. And let's go ahead and bend that knee. Feel that stretch happen. Straighten those legs. Both legs are active here, pressing down 4 corners of both feet. And then back. We're gonna do that one more time. Straighten, so bend your knee. Let's go ahead and straighten. Release the strap. Put it down. And we're gonna either heel toe to the center or step your feet together. Right leg is gonna cross over the left. Squeezing towards our midlines or activating your inner thighs. Or a side stretch. Feel the weight in your feet. That front knee is bent. Back leg is straight. So when you lean your torso over to the right, you'll hopefully feel this nice at the right at the top of your hip here. One more time, both directions. And then go ahead and release. We're gonna step, I'm gonna step to the other side of my mat so that you can see me. And we're gonna do hand to big toe pose on the other leg. Left leg is balanced, right leg is turned out. Once again, grabbing the strap, putting the strap around your right foot if necessary. Start with pulling that knee up into the chest, and the strap should be held by your right hand, okay? Pulling it up there, and then if you get your balance, get your focal point, reach down, grab the foot or the big toe, and stretch out to the side. Hopefully working on that balance. Maybe it's a little more cooperative than me today. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, stepping that foot down. Side lunge. Right, just side lunge. And then back up. And then see if you can, side lunge, catch the knee and back. Catch the knee, that little bit of pause. Creating that power through that right leg. Catch the knee. Last time, catch the knee. Stepping that foot open again. Go ahead. Grab that strap. Right toes turn out towards the short edge of your mat. Push that left heel back. You're back into your warrior two on that right side. Strap is gonna go And the left hand up towards the ceiling, strap behind your back, bend the left elbow, swing the right arm. You can create tension on the strap or not, totally up to you. Now, let's go ahead and push that left foot back just a little bit. Straighten that front leg. And then when you bend that knee, really feel that inner thigh groin stretch. And then straighten that leg. Inner thigh groin stretch. And straighten that leg. Moving back and forth. This is our last time. Go ahead and straighten, release the strap. Either heel toe your feet together or step your legs together. This time, left leg in front. And leaning over for that side stretch. That left leg is in front, that left knee is soft, but you're still pushing down through all four corners of your feet to move the upper body. One more time in each direction. Go ahead and release. Keep the strap close by, and we're going to come down on our mat. And the last sequence that we're going to do is on the mat. We're going to be twisting. So go ahead, and we're actually going to lie down. All the way down onto the mat. Make sure your hips feel parallel. We'll bring our arms open, palms up, out from the shoulders and the T. We're going to begin by taking that right leg over the left. We're going to start to rock the knees side to side. So eventually, when the knees rock over to the left, it'll be a twist. And then when they rock to the right, it'll be more of an outer thigh stretch. This is a core exercise here as well. So inhale as the knees rock. Release the core slightly, deepen the core to bring those hips and that lower back down onto the mat, rocking through that center. So keeping that core engaged as you rock the knees side to side. Don't worry, we'll get to a twist here. We're cold. One more time in each direction. And then bring the knees back to center. Take that right heel and slide it onto the left thigh. Flexing that right foot so it's a nice strong heel, ankle. You're going to take that left knee into the chest for a modified pigeon stretch here. Interlace your fingers behind the left thigh, or maybe you interlace your fingers around the left shin. Whatever feels the most comfortable for you this morning. Keeping that right ankle flexed so you don't get wobbly in your ankle. Taking a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release that left heel back down onto the mat. Take your strap, wrap it around that right foot. So this is where a block might be really nice. I'm turning around so you can see where my right leg comes across my body. We're going to keep that right leg straight, and if you can, left leg straight, okay? I have a block positioned somewhere as far away as my arm will stretch it out from my left hip. What we're going to do is we're going to take that right foot across over to the left side of the body. Now the strap is great. You can just hold the strap, but if you want to, put the foot on a block. And I'm going to take my right arm and stretch it over to the right side of my body, right shoulder down. So we're basically doing hand to be revolved, twisted hand to big toe pose. I've got my left hand as close to my right foot as I can with the strap. And I'm twisting open, pressing down through that left heel, firming that left leg onto the mat. That's essentially what you would be standing on. It's a nice way to do the twist. A little bit more relaxed. Breathing into that right side of your body. Very slowly coming back up. Onto your back, right leg up. Just make some nice big circles. Using that strap, circle that leg around. That hip should be free to move. Hopefully this would feel different now than if we did it in the beginning of class. Let's go ahead, circle that leg around in the opposite direction. Last time, nice big circle. And then release that strap off. Now, we have not yet stretched into the right side, so roll to your right side, coming up onto your elbow, stacking your legs so they're in line with your hips and your shoulder, make a nice straight line. And just being on your elbow, maybe you feel a stretch to the top of your hip, or take your arm, telescope it out, and reach your shoulders like you're side bending away from that right hip. Do you feel it at the top of your hip? Keep your hips and your legs and everything stacked one on top of the other. Feel that kind of like that left leg will reach out further than your right. And then go ahead and lower back down and come onto your back. Bring your arms out in a T. Left leg crosses over the right and start to rock your knees side to side. Once again, keeping that core engaged. Inhale to the left, exhale as you rock the knees to the right, feeling that twist. Moving back and forth, nice and slow, keeping the core engaged to support the spine. One more time in each direction. Coming back to center, take that left heel, slide it up onto that right thigh, flexing the ankle, and pull, guide that right knee into the chest. And placing your hands behind the right thigh or around the left shin, or around the right shin. One more breath. Drop that right foot down onto the mat. Bring that strap over. Wrap it around the left foot. Right leg straightens out. Block is out from your hip. Somewhere out there. Take the strap in your right hand and guide that left foot all the way across your body. You can just hold the strap or drop it onto a block. My left arm is reaching all the way over to the left side of my body. Left shoulder is on the mat, and I'm pressing into that right heel like I'm doing this pose standing. Deep hamstring stretch here. Try to breathe and relax into it. Do you feel it in your outer hip, Tom? Mm-hmm. This is also a nice outer hip stretch as well. Staying with those deep, slow breaths. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, releasing, coming back up. Just doing some circles again. Go ahead and switch directions. Last circle around. Release the strap off your foot and roll to your left side of your body. Make your body into a pencil. Straight line. You're on your elbow. Shoulders, hips, feet stacked in a line. And then coming up. So now once you come up onto your hand, don't let your hips rock back. Pushing your hips forward so they stay in line with your shoulders, like you're trying to side bend. Inhale, and then exhale, lowering back down onto your elbows, flipping it over onto your back for Shavasana. Climb all the way down. Letting your breath deepen. Wiggle those fingers and toes. Roll those wrists around and those ankles around. Stretch the arms and legs in opposite direction. Pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Roll over onto that right or left side and coming up to a seated position in the room. Sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones. Shoulder blades are relaxed down the back. Hands to heart center. Saying a positive affirmation to yourself, starting with the words I am. I am peaceful, I am happy, I am strong, I am healthy. Whatever speaks to you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Look at this one.